Welcome, everyone. I'm Dave Stelma, and we are going to talk about keeping the momentum going. Boy, that's easy for me to say in the pre-show. Keeping your momentum going in your business and in your life. So stick around. We got that and a whole lot more in the next half hour. I'm Dave Stelma, where I coach, I mentor, and I inspire entrepreneurs to their breakthrough success. So about this time of year, you're going by those gyms and by the workout places, and you drive by there and you notice that the cars start to thin out. And it's not because just the weather is warm, it's because people start losing some momentum. We make all of those New Year's resolutions, we get all passionate about them, and then as the months start going forward, and by the way, happy Fat Tuesday, as it keeps going, we start losing that momentum. So what takes you? First off, we have to identify what it is, right? It's that passion that's within you, but the passion is what takes you from 85%, 75% to 111%. We crank up the volume on that. You see that in the picture. The guy is just singing full force. He's going full voice, okay? We're not going to talk about being kind of half in there, half not. We're going to talk about going 111%, giving it your all. And that's what makes a difference between a very successful person, an extraordinary successful person, and an ordinary person. So when you're starting your business, one, you're going to have a lot of questions. What do I do? Where am I going? Once you figure that out, you're going to have to you immediately figure out your process, and then you go extraordinary. That's what you got to do. You got to take it to the next level and go extraordinary. And that's what I'm talking about tonight. I used to play in bands, and here's the analogy I can give you for that. When you're a singer, you can either sing, when you start learning a song, learning the steps to it, you sing, and you sing in a half voice. You're learning the exact note ranges, the melody, you're learning different things. And once you get all of that in there, then you go to the extraordinary, the full voice of what you're doing. And that's what you need to do in your business. And right now, don't stop. Don't all of a sudden you got to 111% and now you're kind of going, oh, where am I going with this? What am I doing? This is what makes this is the difference between a normal or an average business person or average person in your life and an extraordinary life. You want to crank this up. You want to do it full force, full on. And that's going to be giving it, playing out to your full capabilities. And so now that you have a process down, hi, Janet. Hi, Diane. I think I said hi to Diane before, but hi, Diane and Ember. Thanks for joining me. When you go full force on, that's when the difference happens. And what happens with a lot of people, and I'll go with the sports analogy because that's the easiest one that everybody can think of. This weekend you saw NASCAR, right? So when you're doing that, and you could be part of a team, but you're going to be playing that out, and then all of a sudden you see your opportunity, and then you just jog, you just jolt forward, you just go 111% into it, and that's the difference, and that's what you have to keep going. Now, how long can you keep going at 111%? Eventually you're going to be like, oh, I can't go anymore, but you can. You can pull it out, and you keep going, you keep driving, and this is how you're going to do it. You segment your year. There's 4 years in 1 year. You're like, okay, you're talking crazy talk now. Think of a 12-week year. It's how every company does it. Every corporation does it. They don't look at a whole year. They don't wait until the end of the year. They don't wait until the last month. They don't wait. They segment it down. You have a 12-week year, and that's what they look at. So, because think of it, there's stockholders, right? So you have a big corporation, you have stockholders that you adhere to. And so every 12 weeks, they're going to come out with, their prediction. The company comes out with their predictions for their stockholders so that their stockholders think, wow, we have a great business. I invest in a great business. This is an awesome company. And so you're going to do that in your business on a smaller scale. But think of it, every 12 weeks is your 1 year. Now you're going to accomplish those goals in 12 weeks, and then you're going to have an extraordinary year. And that's how you do it. That's how every executive does it. That's how every extraordinary person, every great person has done this, okay? And so break it down to 12 weeks. So right now, we're coming up on the last part of that first 12-week year, right? So where are you at? You have momentum going. Don't stop now, okay? You're going to see this because today was a perfect example. If you were on YouTube at all today, you saw all of a sudden there was a drain. There was a big drain in the internet that happened in America, and I think around the world. But that happened for a reason, because we're coming into that last 4 weeks is coming up really quick here, and you're going to see that there's everyone is going on there. They're concerned about this. They're worried about everything happening in their businesses, and you have to too. Be conscious of it, but don't start going down at this moment in time. Start lifting up and going even more. So don't break down to 90%. Go back up to 111% and keep it cranked up. Keep it going. Okay. When you a good question that comes up all the time when I'm coaching someone is, how do I keep that momentum going? What is that? You got to start with your vision. So sit down with your vision of what your business is like, what your life is like. I have people that tune in here that just are they're not starting a business. They're just tuning in to get some inspiration. And look at your life. Let's go that route. Let's look at your life. What brings passion into your life? That's where you're going to accentuate. If that, write down 10 things that just jazz up your life. Everything would be just awesome if you had those things. And then break it down to the top 3. Let's go to top 3. So then in the top 3, the first one might be, you might already accomplish that. It's just something that you do daily. My daily ritual, I'll tell you, the number one passion in my life is being more connected to my higher power, to my angels that are out there. And I do that. And I meditate every morning. And that brings me some extraordinary results out of that. And that's my number one thing. But that's automatic to me at this point in time. So it's not one that I had. That's almost, I would say I'm probably at an 85, 90 percentile of that. So that one's kind of automatic, and I'm going to let that flow. Now, the rest of them, as far as working on my business, I'm going to take that to the next level on that, because I'm going to start working on what I need to do on a daily. I'm going to do my 5 every day. And right now, I do everything in my business. And if I can do this, you can do this too. I work on my website, davestelma.com. I work on this show. You have to do pre-production. You have to do your notes. You have to get everything in line there. You don't just click on go and you sit there and, and I'm not one that is going to sit here, and I'm not the Gary V that's going to sit here and swear and tell you how you're full of this and that. That's not my style. My style is to motivate and help you in any way that I can. If I can give one person inspiration, that's worth it. That's worth it to me to do this show every week. And that's what this show is all about. And then going back on and finding this on YouTube. And I do the edited version and come back here on Facebook with it. On Periscope, hi Periscope people. I can't see any comments, sorry. Periscope comments are just not working tonight as far as my technology. So the next thing I want to talk about is extraordinary people. Great people do things before they're ready. That's what Amy Poehler says. That's a quote from Amy Poehler. But I'll tell you where this falls into play for me. When I'm out, and I'm not the fastest runner. I started running back in 2011, but I love to do it. And there's times in my life, the last couple of months, where I've slacked off on doing that because it's cold here in Wisconsin. There's snow. I got a lot of excuses, but none of them will represent what it does for me when I go out and run. Now, if I'm having a tough time getting up a hill, trudging along, going a farther distance, the one thought that keeps going through my mind is extraordinary people do extraordinary things. And if you think about this, everyone, and I threw a few examples up there, but there's many more, and you probably have extraordinary people in your life. Could be your father, could be your mother, could be a grandparent, could be anyone, your mom, dad, anyone along the way, grandkids. They're going to give you inspiration. They're going to do extraordinary things. If you think about it, they just bring forth something out of you that makes you want to do better. Makes you want to be a better person. Makes you want to bring a higher game to your business and to your life. You want to do, they want good things for you, and so you want to do good things for yourself, thus bringing it back to them. You give them respect, and they get respect. They get respect, and you give respect. And it balances out that way. So say that the next time you're like kind of feeling a little bit down, and that just extraordinary people do extraordinary things, or great people do great things. Just repeat that mantra in your brain, and then start thinking, what great thing can I do right now? What can I do right now for my business, for my life, that's going to take me to a higher level? Always work to become and do better, right? Okay. So remember that mantra. Great people do great things, or extraordinary people do extraordinary things. And it takes an extraordinary thing to become an extraordinary person. Parent, boss, business owner, business success. Steve Jobs would not have created a great thing like Apple if and the company and computer and your iPhone and your Mac and your Mac Mini and all these extraordinary things that have come out of that. All of them having an I at the beginning. But do those things and think of what would be extraordinary to you, and extraordinary to you and your business might not be the same as that, but it could be just doing one more phone call before you go to bed, sending one more email, sending a text message to another, one more client. It can be any of those things that's going to take you to that next level. Posting another picture on your website, or another item, or closing another deal before you leave work that day. Any of those things can take you from an ordinary day to an extraordinary day, and that's what you need to find. Whatever that is, do it. So tonight, today, start making your list for tomorrow. What are 5 things, 3 or 5 things? If you're starting out, I always coach my clients, start out with 3 things, because we want to get this into a habit of doing 3 things every day that will bring up your game. 3 phone calls, three different things. It could be working on your website, but those 3 things. And then as those become habits, you're going to just all of a sudden automatically go, okay, I can add 2 more and do 5 things then. Get 5 goals for that day that you need to accomplish to get it to an extraordinary level. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Give me a comment. Tell me if that makes sense to you, or if it doesn't. If you need more clarification. Sometimes one comment, it's amazing how I become a different, your perception of me is different for each person. And I get messages and that throughout the week saying, you should wear a suit and tie when you're talking. I've gotten that. Everyone has a different perception of me, and I do wear a suit and tie in certain situations, but on this, I want it more casual, and I want it to be so that's more receptive to the people that I'm trying to bring this out to, get this inspiration out to, and get these ways that you can utilize it yourself. I'm not going to give you a quick little fix and give you feed you for the day. I want you to be able to find this and get this inspiration so that you can do this for yourself. And then when you get it down, you're going to do this for others, right? You're going to pay this forward for others. So what I want you to do is crank it up. This week, the rest of this week, it's only Tuesday, so we got 3 more days to this week, and I'm sorry if I'm getting loud and proud on this one, but crank it up. Crank up your business, crank up your life. Do this now. We're not going to go up to 10. We're going to go all the way up to 11. We're going to crank that up. I don't know if you remember that. Thank you, Diane. Diane says, makes sense. Believe in yourself is always important, and it's true. And sometimes we get down, but that's where you get a support group that's in there. Oh, Ember says, nice intro. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you liked the new intro. Tried to change it up a little bit. So, crank up your business, crank up what you're doing, and get back to being extraordinary. You have momentum going. And if you're starting a business this year, you already sat down, you probably already have a plan of what it is, and you kind of started working on that. Stop sort of working, get to work on it. If you have to do it as a part-time job. Segment out your day. If you work during the day, then say you get home at 5, you're going to eat, you're going to do, just act like it's a part-time job. So you have a half hour to eat, and then you go in your home office or wherever it is, and you sit, and from 5:30 to 7:30 for 2 hours, I'm just going to work on my business. I'm going to chunk down the 5 things I'm going to do tomorrow, or the 3 things if you're just starting. If you don't have a business plan yet, start writing out that business plan. Make sure that it aligns with what your passions are. If you're passionate about helping people, like I am, then, it's not going to be, I want to own a bar, because, that's not going to be helping people. So make sure your passion is in alignment with what you think your business is. Okay. So, get out there and start doing that. But if you're starting your own business, if you haven't quite gotten to that point yet, it's like, start writing that business plan. Start writing down 3 things. If you're just starting out, do 3 things a day. So write that list at night. Let your mind work on it throughout the evening while you're sleeping, and the next morning you'll probably have great ideas on what to do and how to accomplish those 3 things. Then we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to take it to the 5 items after that. So once we get into the groove of it. But right now, get your business plan, get your vision in alignment, and sit there and ponder that. In the morning, take 5 minutes. Go hide in the bathroom for 5 minutes. If the family's crazy around you, hide in the bathroom for 5 minutes and just visualize what that business is. If you're not going to start a business and you're just here for yourself, visualize what you want your life to look like, okay? And how it would be different than what you have now. Start visualizing that. Then at night, do the same thing. Before you go to sleep at night, visualize what that is and where you're going to be. Are you going to travel in your business? Are you going to be online? Are you going to be, are you having a website? Do you use just Facebook? What is your business going to look like? Who is going to be the clients that come in? Start thinking about that. Who are your clients? What are you going to do? How do you greet them? Do you have product to sell them? Maybe that's the starting point. Maybe you just need to sit down and develop a product that you're going to sell them. And then you can make money that way. But you have to devise what that is. We're going to crank it up to 11 this week. We're going to keep that momentum going. This is the final month of your first year this year. Okay? So there's going to be 4 years in your 1 year, and this is a final month of the first year. So we're going to crank it up. So by the end of March, so March 31st, there's 31 days in March, right? Tell me in the comments section if there's only 30, but I think there's 31 days in March. Wow. Yeah, that's me. But 4 more weeks, I believe it is. Is there 4 weeks in March? I believe there's 4 weeks in March. So we're going to get, by the end of March, we're going to have it already a year in. How is your year going to end? I say your year is going to end extraordinary, okay? If you focus right now, let's focus on what we need to do in the next 4 weeks to really rev up our inspiration, our soul, our however you want to put it. What are you going to do in the next 4 weeks that's going to accomplish that, okay? I want you to, by the end of this month, be so fired up for the rest of the year that you're going to be like, I can't believe that this just happened. And so let me know. Hit me in the comments section after this or during this. Come on back. You can also message me. I get a lot of people that message me throughout the week. Message me through Facebook.com/Dave Stelma. You're on here. If you're watching this right now live, you're on here. If you're going to watch this in the replay, I boost this out after a replay. I edit out the first segment and then and put this out. So it could, if you're seeing it then, go to YouTube, leave a comment there. Go to Facebook, my Facebook page. So it's facebook.com/Dave Stelma. YouTube's the same thing, youtube.com/Dave Stelma. Periscope, you're on your own because you only can make comments. You can't leave comments there on any rebroadcast, and it's only on there temporarily anyway. So on there, or you can find me on Instagram the same way, Dave Stelma. So, but leave me a comment, message me if you want. Tell me where you're at, and let me know if I can help you in any way, shape, or form. If I can email you some quick tidbits, something that's going to take you to the next level. Let me know where your business is at, or where you are personally, or what you need help with personally. I said in the pre-show of this, I get when I go back through and I watch the replay of this and I start editing out after I do the show, I see a lot of people that are in the background that are just kind of lurking. We call them lurkers. They're just watching, and they don't want to participate. They don't want to comment. They don't have a question maybe at that moment in time, and they think of something later. Feel free to come back and hit me with a comment or hit me with a question on that after, or message me. You can message me privately through Dave Stelma on Facebook. Otherwise, you can always email me at support@davestelma.com. That'll get to me. And but this week is going to be your determining week. We got 3 more days left in the week. and crank it up to 11. Do whatever you needed to do to start out March. This is it. We're going to crank it up. So if that's sitting down, writing your business plan, do it. If that's, I think Diane's got a boost going out. Is going to be her first week that she's boosting. Way to go, Diane. Keep it up. Do it. Boost it out. And let's see if we can't get more people towards your Facebook page. Whatever it is, let's start it this week so that you're going to keep the momentum going. Don't be the person that stops going to the gym. That's not the way to do it. We're going to take it to the next level. By the end of this year, the full calendar, by the end of December, you're going to be huge this year. But you're going to do that by segmenting down. We're going to do 12-week years, so 4 years within your 1 year. You have a 12-week year, and this is going to be it. So let's make that list. If you don't know what to do, email me, find me, whatever it is. I'll give you at least 5 things that you can do to take your business to the next level, take your life to the next level, whatever it is that you need help with. So there we go. So let's recap. Play it full out, full voice, 111%. However you want to term it, keep it up because you start out the year that way. This is not the time to stop doing push-ups. Thanks, Diane. She says she really likes the 12-week year. Yeah. Chunk it down. That's the easiest way. Keep the momentum going because then you get into not getting that December mood of, oh my gosh, I failed, or oh my gosh, I didn't do enough, or something like that. We're going to do that in 12 weeks and you're going to be extraordinary. I guarantee it. So play full out, 111%. Let's go get it this week. You got 3 days to just go full out before the weekend. If for some reason you start kind of like getting down, getting your head is messing you up, you're not following your heart and your gut, your head is just messing you up. That's what I always say. Then just keep the mantra going. Extraordinary people do extraordinary things. Extraordinary people do extraordinary things. Extraordinary people do extraordinary things. And that's you. You're extraordinary. You're great. You can do this and you can be extraordinary. 4 weeks to go. 4 weeks to go in the first year, the 4-year cycle, right? In the 4-year, 1 year. Thanks for the love. Who's ever sending that out? I like it. It's your journey. Okay? This is your journey. It's not mine. It's not Ember's. It's not Diane's. It's your journey, except if you're Ember or Diane. But do what makes you happy. Do what brings you joy. Follow your passion. Follow your heart. Your heart is where the passion is. Follow your heart and do what makes you happy. Do what brings you joy. And this is going to be extraordinary. Okay? I'm going to be done lecturing. I hope it wasn't a lecture. I hope it was inspirational. So anyway, we're coming to the end of the half hour here. I thank you. Hopefully this worked. I can't tell. I only can tell what I'm recording here. So hopefully it worked today. I know there was a lot of problems on Facebook and on YouTube. There was internet problems all over the place. So everything was slowing down and working. And if for some reason my lips are out of sync with my voice, I'm sorry. It's beyond my control. It's in the internets. So anyway, till next week, play out 110, 111%. Be full force on. Play your game fully. And let me know. Shoot me an email. Shoot me a comment. Let me know how it's going. I love those stories. So until next week, do 3 actions a day. Unless you're doing 3, do 5. And always remember, you're someone's inspiration. So go out there and have a great week. I'll see you next Tuesday at 6:30. Have a great week. Let me know in the comments. YouTube, Facebook. Bye-bye. See ya.